Dearly beloved, we have gathered here today to get through this thing called Mix CD. My name is Mike, part of the SPDM crew, and I love making Mix CDs. Each week, we give our guests a theme and an 80-minute time limit for which songs they're going to pick for their Mix CD. This week, I'm going to be talking about uniquely Chicago songs. I'm from the northern suburbs of Chicago. I born and raised in this area for the most part, so this is a subject that's very near to my heart. Plus, tonight, on the night that this is released, the Bears will be playing the Rams at Soldier Field in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, which never in a million years would I have thought that the Chicago Bears would have made it this far in the playoffs, so we're playing with house money. So I wanted to make a playlist in that honor. So I started with the uniquely Chicago Bears songs on this list. So I've got from three different eras. So you've got Bear Down Chicago Bears, which is just the Chicago Bears fight song, the Super Bowl Shuffle from the 1985 season, and I guess the 2005 season as well. And then, that's a bummer. And then Swag Surfing by Fast Life Youngsters. This was something in the 2018 season. This was very big for Club Dub in the Bears locker room. We are going to move on to the Chicago Blackhawks. Chelsea's Dagger by the Fratellis. This is a song they play at after each game. So after each goal scored. So this is a pretty unique song for the Blackhawks. Go Cubs Go for the Chicago Cubs. The Chicago Bulls main theme when they're introducing all the starting lineups for the Chicago Bulls. It is the beginning of it is from an Alan Parsons song, but there's one that they've just commandeered just specifically for this purposes. And then I put Don't Stop Believin' for the White Sox because they commandeered this for their song when they won the 2005 World Series. Next, I've got a bunch of artists that are uniquely positioned as people who are from Chicago, the Chicagoland area, or representatives of Chicago. I've got the Smashing Pumpkins. Look, I'm not a huge fan of the Smashing Pumpkins, but I cannot deny their impact on music and also the city of Chicago as well. So I picked Tonight. Take Me Back to Chicago by, well, Chicago. Even Flow by Pearl Jam. Centuries by Fall Out Boy. They're from the northern suburbs. Chevelle, the Red, they're actually from the town that I grew up in. Earth, Wind, and Fire, Let's Groove, a favorite song by Chance the Rapper and Childish Gambino, but specifically for Chance the Rapper. Boat on the River by Styx. And this is one that's kind of more unique for me. It's Lucky Boys Confusion, the song called Fred Astaire. Now, I know I'm missing a couple of bigger ones. I'm missing Wilco. I'm missing Rise Against. I'm missing Screeching Weasels, different things like that. And I'm missing probably a fair amount of individual artists as well. But these are the ones that kind of stood out to me. And then this one is also kind of like a transition between, a tribute to Chicago, in addition to an artist that is from Chicago. So the Blues Brothers, Sweet Home Chicago. And then the final two songs on this list are Chicago by Frank Sinatra, because how could I not? And then All That Jazz from the musical Chicago. So there's a lot on here that I know that I missed. I wanted to add some like movie scores from songs that are uniquely Chicago, but I couldn't fit it on within the time limit. But I'm still interested in maybe doing a second volume of this. So, and then the album cover is just the Chicago skyline because I do think that Chicago is one of the best cities out there. And I really love living here and I really love rooting for the sports. I really love being part of Chicago. Well, my friends, the time has come to end this episode of Mix CD. Be sure to like, rate, and subscribe to anything and everything SPDM Crew wherever you get your podcast. Join us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, and Blue Sky at SPDM Crew. Check out our website soon to be out at spdmcrew.com. You could follow our playlist on Spotify and Apple Music at Mike Hilty.
Shout out to High Flyer Creative Studios for making our awesome logo. Greatly appreciate their support. And if you have any marketing, logo, or brand standard needs, contact them at highflyercreative.com. If you've got a podcast idea or you're interested in being part of the SPDM crew as a guest or collaborating, email us at spdmcrew@gmail.com. Until next time, no matter what happens now, you shouldn't be afraid because I know today has been the most perfect day I've ever seen.